So hello there everyone, this is Fentados here and today I'm gonna be doing what if issei was betrayed and was the reincarnation of Satoru Gojo. But in the title it's gonna be what if issei was the reincarnation of Satoru Gojo for the people that wanted it short and easy. So the betrayal is gonna be normal. I am sorry to the certain person who I know is going to be watching this video, and if he watches it, he's gonna be texting me to Discord. So I am sorry to him that if I disrespect. Okay, in the comments, if any of you guys like any of these characters, comment down below. I want to hear one of you guys' comments of the characters you don't like and the characters you do like. And I'm sorry if I disrespect almost all of them, or no, I did not. But this is only for a what if, and I'm really sorry for this. I'm sorry for the person that if he watches this, I'm really sorry. This is going to be I'm gonna need to apologize too much to him when he texts me through Discord. So we're going to start. This is going to be what if Issei was betrayed and was the reincarnation of Satoru Gojo. We're going to start at the Riser fight. Is Issei's just fighting Riser. When Riser is already before Issei stabs him with the holy seal or something or the cross, Issei gets shot through the guts into the ground. The same way the fallen angel did to him at the beginning of the series. Issei just looked uh Issei just looked Rias, who just walked right through him and went to hug a certain person who saved Issei. Kiba. Kiba saved Issei and slashed him and grabbed the Red Dragon Emperor. Drake left Issei on the ground bleeding. Drake saw that Kiba was much worthy and decided to leave Issei by force. And when I mean by force, he literally separated him from his hand. So Issei, the gem that Issei had in his hand was ripped off, meaning Issei's hand was bleeding. When Issei's hand was bleeding, he just looked at his body as someone healed him. It was the sister of Riser. Riser's sister healed Issei and told him to go, get out of here. As Rias and the team were just smiling at Kiba, cheering him on, forgot about Issei, ignoring Issei. Issei just felt betrayed because no one, and when I mean no one, helped them. Not only Riser's sister helped them, which I'll know the name next series. I'll know the name next part, so don't worry. Which is going to be after when I make what if Deku became a vampire. So we'll start now. Issei just felt sad. He got healed and started to walk towards his house. It was a summer break now, and it was a summer break. So this is a summer break before the next year. So Issei is now 17 years old. Before the next year, Issei will be 17 years old. When this happened, Issei just got up and said, hmm, "Well, I guess Drake doesn't need me anymore." As he started to walk towards a bridge. When he got to that bridge, he just looked at he basically just looked at at the river or the pond and just looked down as Issei suddenly changed hair. His hand that Drake was in was suddenly turned a bit more wider and lighter. His hair was a pale his hair was a light white. His eyes suddenly turned blue and he was wearing a blindfold around it and his hair was spiked up into the sky. His hair was shorter as well. It wasn't that ponytail type of haircut. It was shorter. And he was wearing black clothing. As the person on the pond spoke and said, "Yo." When Issei saw that, he just said, "Haha, who are you?" As the pond person spoke again and said, "Oh, name's Satoru Gojo. Family name is Gojo, but my name is Satoru." I died a long time ago before this whole city was built. Then Issei asked, but why are you there? Then Gojo said, I'm only here because I really needed some freedom from the afterlife, so I decided to seal myself into the lake. When so Gojo started to explain more and more about it, as he then said that his abilities are much older and aged. He was able to defeat the White Dragon Emperor with only a flick of of a finger. He was pretty weak, Gojo said. Those demons and fallen angels that you're talking about were pretty weak as well, with me around. Curse energy was the most strongest thing until it all went extinct, meaning all the curse energy users no longer exist. Only their reincarnations are the only thing alive. If you're not the reincarnation of one of them, you're not allowed to use curse energy. So I decided to choose you, Issei Hyodo. I waited for you to get rid of your dragon problem. Looks like you got rid of it pretty well. Then Issei said, "Oh, Drake." Then Gojo smiled and said, "So you got the red one, not the white, not the white. You got the red one out of all of them." Really funny. I really enjoy watching him. He actually never interests me that much, but the the white one did. So we're going. Then Issei's asked, "So okay, get to the part. What do you want from me?" Then Gojo said, Harsh, aren't we, kid? Harsh, aren't we, kid?" Then Issei said, okay, just answer. What do you want?" As then Gojo said, "I'll give you my power to become the strongest curse energy user and the strongest kid or the strongest person alive in this world right now, which are basically only me and you. Basically I'm not alive, so you can be saying I'm the one. So you can be saying I'm basically here. Uh, the so yeah, when I'm the since I'm not the most powerful anymore, you could basically you can basically be my you can basically be my replacement. When Issei heard that, he was just like, "Okay, I'm your what?" Then Gojo said, "I'm not." Then Gojo said, "I'm basically going to show you. I'm basically going to help you become strong." So, oh wait. So I'm basically going to give you my power and become the strongest person. So here, when Issei blinked, he saw that there was someone or something inside of his soul. There was someone or something inside of him. When he looked, he basically saw he basically saw Gojo walking around his head, changing his bloodline, adding more people, adding more things to his head, and then he saw him, Drake. Gojo defeated Drake and erased him from his mind. And then Issei just became like Gojo. They're both connected now. As Issei's body turned the same thing as the thumbnail Issei. He is now Satoru Gojo Deku. Since Deku's the now Satoru Gojo, He's now no longer friendly. He is now more cold-hearted. How can I say cold-hearted? Not cold-hearted. Cruel, anger. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I won't make Satoru Gojo that cruel. He is basically he is now more friendly to certain people, but more more basically more hatred or more anger to people he doesn't like his Paraj, which I won't make him leave. I need him to stay. If if that since Issei's staying in his Paraj, nothing's gonna happen. Don't worry. When Issei didn't leave his Paraj, so basically when Issei didn't leave, he had a he just basically got up from the ground and saw. I'm gonna pause real quick. When Issei looked at himself, he just said, "Well, I don't look like myself. I don't feel like myself. Now that I'm not, now that I'm not me, now that I'm not me anymore, I could just become, I could become someone new, more powerful and more strong." Issei is now the strongest being on the planet, but he'll have to train. When when Issei started training, he went into his house. He started to do a workout, and he even what do you mean? He even did this. He started working on one-handed, and he started to also basically not like his barrage more and more and more. So then he started to train even harder on his attacks. One of his attacks was called Infinite. When you got stuck in this attack, and if I'm missing some details about some attacks, you can comment them down below. I really don't mind. It's really fun. It's really fun just learning more from you guys. So basically, Issei then learned one attack, Infinite, which Gojo told him once he takes his blindfold off, use it on them, and you'll be able to track them in an infinite void, which will allow you to attack them or make them get stuck for a long time, which is a naughty. He learned about red and blue. Red and blue is an attack that Gojo created. And once you combine them two, it's basically purple. I don't know why Gojo named them simple names like red and blue. Red and blue. Issei just learned that these attacks are really strong, and he has at least three months, not 3 months. He has June, August, and July to train. So he trained it for over those months. When Issei was training, he didn't get the handle of it. So he went to five fallen angels, which were rogue fallen angels. His Paracha is even wondering what happened to Issei. Issei was not even going to the Barrage meetings. The Barrage meetings were really not that good anymore, but they didn't even notice Issei was gone. Issei was just training and training, fighting fallen angels. They weren't even getting rogue fallen angel missions or rogue demons anymore. The Paraj was getting kind of worried. Every Paraj in the whole world was getting worried. They were wondering who was taking their missions. As Issei was just using Infinite on all of them, trying out everything. When he first used purple, he didn't take off his blindfold. Yes, when Issei fused with Gojo, the clothes instantly went on him because Gojo was technically a spirit sealed inside of a lake. Because Gojo didn't want to be stuck in the afterlife for some dumb reason, so he's used a bit of his curse energy to make himself a curse. This type of curse is basically combined into one. You're combined into this one person permanently. When Issei did that with Gojo, they're still one person, so they didn't have to worry. Issei learned the full blast purple attack when he didn't have his blindfold off, so his aim was horrible. He aimed it at the fallen angel, but literally destroyed half of a building and had it to destroy it. So he basically he just when Issei saw that it was destroying the building, but it destroyed the fallen angel's wing, he just snapped once, and it basically wanna know what he did? It basically just disappear as Issei said, "Oh, you're so lucky." He took off his blindfold and said, "Infinite." He caught him on an infinite blast as he then deactivated the infinite, which gave him such a hard time to the fallen angel to try it. As Issei then used his brute strength and started to fight against the fallen angel, basically, literally ripping his wings off. Oh yeah, brutal, right? A kid ripping the a kid ripping the kid a kid ripping fallen angel's wings off, and then just and even the demons, he destroyed them all, permanently disintegrating them. There was no trace of any fallen angels, but one was able to disappear, and Issei let it go to show people that there was one person hurting them. As the fallen angel went back to Azazel, one was flying away until one of the Parages caught on to him. And this Parage actually and this Parage was Sona's Parage. When Sona's Parage saw that Issei saw that this fallen angel was coming straight to their way, they asked they one of their Parage members caught the fallen angel, brought him to Sona. As Sona asked the fallen angel who was killing everyone that were rogue from every team. As the fallen angel explained that it was a kid, it was a person with white hair and a blindfold. When they said blindfold, how was he able to even see? But the fallen angel died right there by a quick scope. When they saw the scope, it was basically a quick scope by basically Issei, who basically just sucked in who just made a pistol shape with his hand and aimed it to his finger to not make the blast so noticeable as he shot it towards a fallen angel who technically didn't even survive. The fallen angel just died right there, not answering any questions for the humans. For the demons. When Sona's Parage didn't get the answer about who did this, they just know that he was a blindfold period with white hair. As Issei said, good. They didn't get any answers. Issei just left without caring who or what is actually knowing who is he. So then, after a few hours, Issei made it back home. When his mom saw Issei, she asked Issei, "What happened to you?" Issei then said, basically, I changed. My eyes suddenly went blue. I am really sorry if my eyes suddenly went blue, but I want to wear a blindfold. You don't have to worry about the condition." As his parents didn't care what happened to Issei. They just said that they're happy he didn't die or got killed by anyone. As Issei then smiled to his mom and dad and said, "Thank you, mom and dad." But then Issei's dad started patting Issei's head and said, "Well, I like the cut." Issei then said, "Shut it, dad." When Issei's dad when Issei's dad heard that, he started to laugh and said, "Sorry, Issei." After that, Issei just kept doing his normal stuff until summer break was over. Kept doing his missions and kept doing everything daily. After a few hours of doing daily missions and daily training, he has gotten to the peak of all his curse energy mastery and handle abilities. So his dodging ability or reflexes are maximum peak. So His reflexes ability are always on, meaning he could dodge any ability without him wearing like Gojo should always do. So no one can run away from Issei. Issei could just grab you by the shoulder and you won't be able to grab him. So that's always on, is permanently on. The only way you're able to grab him is if he trusts you. Or if you're not, or if you're technically not carrying any deadly, or if you're not carrying any bloodlust towards him, or any force towards him. And yes, Rias' mom and dad and First X knows what happened to Issei. And they're not saying anything. They actually know what happened, what Issei, who Issei was. Now they don't know who he is. After a few days, a month, it's now going back to school day. It was now September 4th for the high school entrance. When Issei went back, everyone in his, how do you call it? And everyone in his parade stopped Issei and said, and basically, they saw Issei, but they didn't know it was Issei. They instantly said that was just a new kid. Let's ask him. They then said, then Rias went up and started to talk with the new kid. As Rias said, "Hey, new kid. Hi there. I'm Rias Gremory." When Issei saw that, he said, "Rias, huh? You forgot about me, didn't you?" Issei suddenly said, "Name is Issei Hyodo. Used to be Red Dragon Emperor." When Issei said that, Drake then spoke, but there was no one around him, so he was perfectly fine. Drake then said, "Issei, how do you become this strong? And how do you have that bastard?" Issei then said, "Huh? So you remember him? So you remember me?" Then Drake said, "How are you the reincarnation of that bastard?" As Issei turned into his Gojo mode and said, "Silly, silly, silly dragon. You're just weak. That's all. You're just weak. You couldn't even beat me back a long time ago." As Drake said, "Gojo, you're gonna pay for a long time ago humiliating me in front of my whole clan." Gojo then said, as Issei, who's in Gojo mode right now, said, "Why would I care if humiliating you? Your family's already extinct. You're the one that should be blamed for that. And your friend, where is the White Dragon Emperor? He's supposed to be here this day." Oh, look at him over there. When Issei then said, "Lucifer, the Lucifer, or should I call you the White Dragon Emperor? You're not supposed to be behind that. You're not supposed to be at this school ready to fight me if that Dragon Emperor is not even ready." Ah, why do I mean me? You're not even ready to fight that Dragon Emperor. As as we all know him, I'm gonna be back and I'm gonna do something real quick. Give me a second. I'm gonna mute. I figured out. As Issei then said, "Hell, well then, Vali, or should I know you as Vali Lucifer, the person who was originally supposed to become the Demon King, or supposed to become the Demon Lord, also known as Sir Sex, who wasn't supposed to take your spot, right?" Vali just looked at Issei and said, "So you're the ex Dragon Emperor, or also known as the old user of the Red Dragon Emperor." Issei then said, "Yes, but I really don't care about it. So you can go ahead and kill him if you want. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be late for class, and trust me, after waiting 117 years, you think I'm gonna waste my time and fight you?" Then Vali said, "Why have you been waiting that long?" Uh, Issei said, Oh, sorry. Let me switch back with the original owner of this body. As Issei just came back and said, "Oh, sorry, that was just my reincarnation. I am Issei Hyodo, past Dragon Emperor. And if you don't believe who I am, go to the school gallery and look at the photos. Look for Issei Hyodo's name, and you'll see me there." As Issei went to class, everyone was shocked as well. Issei then said, "Oh, Jesus. Who cares? Who cares if I change? It's just a few changes. White hair was just My hair just changed over the summer because of an accident that I had it. So I needed my hair just changed because of genetics. That is said that if I spend too much time on the sun, my hair would change." And Issei used that as a perfect excuse to not get asked bunch of questions. Why is this hair white? And then they ask what why is and they then people ask, why is your hair white? As Issei said, my hair is white because I'm basically going I'm wearing a blindfold because, yeah, I said my hair is white, but his hair is white because of the generics. So basically, he said he's wearing a blindfold because his eyes hurt in the sun, so he needs to wear a blindfold. As he explained that to them, and they believed him. Then people started to bully Issei to see if he's really that blind. So Issei then said, just started to dodge everyone because no one could hit him. And when I mean no one could hit him, no one could touch him. Like literally, they try to even touch touch him. He didn't even trust anyone there anymore because everyone was just bullying him because of him wearing a blindfold. They think that by making fun of Issei, they'll be able to get him to pissed off, and they'll be able to not to see him without his blindfold. But Issei will never let his guard down. He always has his dodging ability on. Not like Gojo on one of the chapters, which I really don't think I should be exposing. If you guys already seen the chapter where Gojo got, you already know. If you already seen it, you already seen it. If you didn't, I'm really sorry for telling you what's gonna happen on that chapter. Something bad is about to happen to Gojo. If you've seen that chapter, then you're good. I'm not gonna spoil it. You know what? I'm gonna put in the description. If you guys are on computer or watching this video on a phone, you better read the description because I'm gonna put in the title. Warning: a little spoil. I'm not gonna say. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say. So basically, something bad happened to Gojo once a long time ago, and you'll understand why once you read the chapter that explained it. Issei then said, Issei then just spent the whole day dodging everyone. Like literally everyone. No human or god could escape this man's wrath with his dodging ability. He is known as the god of dodging now. He's now the god of curse energy because his curse energy was unlimited. His curse energy was unlimited because Gojo actually reincarnated to him when he was a spirit, and spirits get unlimited curse energy if you don't have a human body. If you're basically reincarnated into the body when you're actually chosen to be reincarnated, you actually need to gather curse energy, but Issei doesn't because he just unlocked the seal and gather an actual curse spirit. So when that happened, Issei then Issei basically then started to do his normal schoolwork until it was a Parage meeting. He had to go to the Parage meeting, and he didn't want to, but he had to. And yes, Asia is already on the Parage. You don't have to worry. I'm making the freaking Asia arc happen. I really don't want it to happen. The Asia arc happened already. Asia is there. Asia doesn't like him as well. Sorry to say him. You know what? Asia is the worst out of all of them. She used to live with Issei, but then she moved in with Kiva because she saw that Issei didn't have more power. and she started to ignore them as well. Yes, what a dumb person, right? Issei is now betrayed by a lot of people. Asiya saw no worth on Issei, so Issei felt actual betrayed that one of his friends actually saw no worth on him. Because of Asiya seeing no worth on Issei, she just gave up and left Issei alone, not caring what would happen to him or what would he do. He he just thought that she didn't care about him or do anything. So then Issei said, "So this is my reality now." So then Issei said to then Issei went to the barrage meeting and saw Sir Sex was here, and he just Sir Sex said that he was here to check on his little sister. When they heard that, they were just like, "What the heck?" People were just like, "What the heck? Why is the leader of the demon world here?" When they saw the leader of the demon world, they just freaked out. They thought that he was gonna do something, but he didn't. Uh, Rias then said, "Brother, this is my barrage. Uh, this is my barrage. The new Red Dragon Emperor, Kiba. This random this is Issei, the old Red Dragon Emperor, but now known as Gojo. When Rias' sister heard Gojo, she his not Rias' sister, her brother just freaked out and said, "Wait, whose name is Gojo?" Issei then said, "My name is Satoru Gojo." Issei Hyodo no longer exists. Gonna pause real quick. When Issei explained about his name, e- everyone in each world who was hearing through a microphone through Circe's ear said this. They were all shocked because they wanted to know who was the new Red Dragon Emperor. They know that the old one was giving up by the dragon. Issei then was then looked at by Sir Zagd and said, "You're Gojo. Didn't he die 100 years ago?" Issei then said, "Oh yes, I didn't actually." He didn't say, "I didn't actually die. I just died because I didn't have any more time. I didn't have any more worth to see in this world, and I see that people are actually more cruel in this timeline because of me not existing. So if I exist, people in this world wouldn't be any crueler. So now, this time I chose to change the world my own way. No one else will change it but me. I am going to be the one to change the world and become the next god. If any angel wants to fight me, then they have to go through my wrath. But I think they won't be able to touch me." Sir Stek just laughed and said, "Gojo wouldn't be that cocky as Gojo." Then Issei said, "I'm not only Gojo. I'm Issei Hyodo as well. We're both combined into one soul. So my anger and wrath made a bit of changes to the actual Gojo's body. So he's basically a combination of my anger and a combination of the pain that I have because of your sister betraying me. When 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 Rias' brother heard that, he just fell to the ground with his jaw open. He basically said, "Why did you be?" He just gave her a look, saying, "Why did you betray him?" Then she said, Then she gave him a look, saying, "Because he was weak and because he didn't save, because he lost, and Kiba had to save him." But this is what they were thinking. Rias just gave him a straight up answer that she wanted to betray him, but she doesn't actually know the real reason why did he mean that she betrayed him. Rias then Issei says, "If you don't know what you're talking about, then let me show you." I am basically like this because one thing and one thing only. I was left on the ground, not healed by anyone, but Riser's sister. The person who was supposed to hate me healed me. She used one of her tears from her family to heal me. And now look at this. I should be even more grateful to her than you for even rebirthing me. Even though I already know it was actually your fault. It was actually your fault that I was like this. You know what you could have done, Rias? Instead of you making me wish for you to come and save me, you could have just came and saved me already. And a good disclaimer, I am sorry for a certain person that I know that heck he's watching this. If he's watching this, then I'm about to be I think I'm about to be this friend in Discord she sees this. When Issei said that, Rias was like, "I thought you didn't know." Issei then said, even though I don't remember much about that time, my this power that I have made me remember. Now I know what happened a long time ago. You could have at least helped me, you know that, right? As basically Rias felt a bit bad that she didn't actually help him. Oh yeah. So then Issei said, "Well, doesn't really matter anymore. I I'm no longer caring what you do or what you want from me. You can go ahead and do whatever you want. I'm gonna wait outside." I'm trying to make it as close as possible to the original series, so please, for the love of God, the person that I'm talking about, don't you think about sending me on Discord that you're pissed off. I know he's gonna be, so sorry about it. So then Issei went outside and started to meditate. Akano started to talk to Issei to see if she could get his attention, but Issei just kept ignoring her and saying to stop, to stop. He doesn't want her attention. She just gave up and go back inside. As Rias was just hearing this, then Sir Sex appeared outside and then said, "Okay, Issei, since you say you're Satoru Gojo, then fight me." As Issei took off his blindfold and said, "With pleasure, I'll fight you with full power. But if I win, you have to take me to the angel realm, and I want to challenge the leader of that world." Which I already know my reincarnation went over there. Which I already know my dead self went over there. That's what I was supposed to say. Done. So then Sir Stag just looked at Issei and said, "Huh? So you know who's commanding the thing right now?" "Yes, but I want you to take me over there. I'm not gonna tell you until you take me over there." So then Issei just stayed quiet and no, Sir Stag stayed quiet and listened to Issei and did what Issei asked. When Issei saw that Sir Stag just fought with Issei. When they were fighting, Surge threw out a magic attack to Issei at full force because they had a shield around them that made no one see what they were doing. So they couldn't sense the magic, or they couldn't feel the magic or the blast. Issei then said, Issei then said, Issei then looked at Surge and said, "Are you ready? Let's go." Issei kept fighting with Cersei and him started to fight. They went up and down into the sky fighting. They were fighting each other, so they were fighting each other. When they were fighting each other, Issei and Cersei were just really battling it out. No one could actually see their movement. Issei was just dodging like crazy. No one could see what he was doing. There was nothing. They could. No one could do anything. Issei just saw. Issei just saw this. No, Issei didn't see anything. They didn't saw anything from Issei. Issei was just moving left and right without moving a finger or moving his body. Sir Sex was the one doing all the fighting. When Sir Sex did all the fighting, Issei was just dodging and then said, "Even with my blindfold off, I could see you. So time for you to give up." When Issei said that, Sir Sex said, "I'm not the Demon King for anything. For anything, if I just gave up." Issei then said, "Wrong answer. Purple." He then did a full blast attack without giving up, without not having any second thoughts, and said, "Let's see if he dodges this." Then Gojo, the reincarnation Gojo, said, Maybe we should hold it back a bit to reason. We need to take him to the angel, to the heaven right now, to the gate, as Issei noted, and made it into a pistol-like shape to just shoot him through the leg to not make him walk. As he shot it towards Cersei's legs. When Cersei's legs felt those bullets going through them, he decided to not move, because if he did, blood would start coming out of his legs. Cersei then said, "Okay, Issei, you are Satoru Gojo." Then Issei said, "So here it comes. Where's the gate of heaven?" Then they took a teleporting. They teleported out of there, and they were teleported in front of a gate. As Issei then said, "Break this down, right?" As Cersei said, "How were you able to break this down? This is like the hardest gate for us demons to open." As Issei said, hell no. Now, open this up." So then, so then, Issei kicked the door down and said, "Well, it was much easier. It was actually, it was actually much easier to get your attention. So now, goodbye, Cersei." Issei went inside of the Heaven's Gate, and the Parage followed behind him to see what Issei was going to do. As a bunch of angels were just there, Azazel and Michael were having a talk as well, because they wanted to know who was killing the rogue ones. They wanted to have a talk on who was killing the rogue fallen angels, or angels who would technically become fallen angels. When he did that, Issei then said, "What?" Issei then said, "Jeez, so many angels tried to kill me, but I didn't even move. I thought this place was supposed to be all holy, but it isn't." Issei just walked straight through them like nothing. The Paraj group was just like, "Huh? How did he just dodge?" Want to know how much angels were going after it? At least 10,000, which is at least more than 1 billion. Even all the guard, even all of the top-notch fallen angels like Michael, Lucifer, all of them. Lucifer, then Lucifer, like Lucifer or Michael or more of them were there. Were going after Issei, but Issei was just dodging even the magic attack, which he then kicked the door down to where they were where people were having the meeting. When all the leaders of every angel rank saw Issei, they said, "What the heck is this mortal doing in our realm?" Issei then said, "Ah ha ha, hell no. Now, where's Michael?" Michael got up and said, "What do you want, Gojo? I thought you said you were not gonna come back." As Issei said, "Oh, Gojo's not here. He told me to come do what I wanted to. So now I want you to show me a way to becoming God." Then then Michael said, "That's impossible. You're a demon." As Issei said, "Oh no, I'm not." As his hand started to glow and a white glow, and he put it through his chest. He took out a chess piece, the pawn, the seven pawns, and threw it towards Rias and said, "Okay, now, can I please, just get the galaxy?" When Michael saw that, he was just like, "Ah, Gojo, you picked the wrong kid." Gojo just was sitting at the back of Issei's head quietly, just laughing at Michael, who just felt anger going through his body. Issei then said, "Oh, hell no, hell no." Issei just said, Then Issei was taken by two guards. He then got taken by two guards to a place, a tower, which you reach floor 100, you will be able to become God. But there's a cost. If you don't make this without drinking water, eating, or well, if you don't do those things, you won't be able to become God. It's easy. He said, "Oh, easy." He just walked into the tower. 2 hours late. 1 minute later, Issei was already dead. Issei was already there. Reason why Issei made it there is because of his flying ability and the speed and his dodging. He didn't need to do any work. He just dodged everything. No monster could touch him as Issei grabbed what it looks to be wings, and they just got into his back. As Issei just flew out, as Issei just flew out of the, as Issei just flew out of there with two wings and said, "Hello, I became God. Now, that I became God, what should I do?" Well, I'm going back to my normal life. I still have school to go, so I'll say, "Michael, I'll be coming back tomorrow or later." As Issei's basically black suit was now white because he's God. Since his suit is white, he is basically now God. And he had at least seven, not seven, six angel wings behind him. To get 12 of them or more, he needed to work more harder as God. But we all know Issei is confirmed with the God power, as he gave Michael the control to rule over heaven and everything else. But Issei technically took but Issei technically took the power of God, meaning He has more curse energy. His his powers were more stronger. So Issei didn't want to rule over heaven. He just wanted the powers of God. Yes, I made Issei much OPer than I expected I would. Issei did all that, and now he is the strongest angel, while Michael is God. When when Issei basically when Issei did that, he smiled at Michael and said, "Good luck enjoying heaven. I ain't going back to my world. I miss my mom and dad." As he jumped from the gate, everyone was wondering, was he crazy? As he then looked at them and said, "The name is Gojo." Remember that. When Issei said that, Michael just looked at Issei with a smile and said, "Thanks to this kid, I became God." But I also think he's not that. As Issei then started to float, no wings were coming off his back. He was just floating. As he then teleported away. When he teleported, he made it to his house. Everyone was thinking, if this man speeds this fast, would he be able to destroy the world? Issei didn't destroy the world. Issei didn't do anything like that. He just kept following his to his house. He fell asleep and went went to school, and he just basically went to school. When he went to school, Issei then looked at everyone who was looking at him weird. His outfit was now white, but his blindfold was still black. No, it was not white as well. Everyone was saying, "Why is this man wearing all black?" His blindfold was black still. I don't want to change it. I like the normal thing. When Issei came to school, like everyone was wondering. First, her outfit was black. Now it's white. Issei said, "Certainly, it's because there's a certain thing that I need to keep hitting that I have to be wearing white." When Issei said that, they were wondering, what in the world or who in the world is this kid hiding? The teacher just went on with normal day, explaining the details of what's gonna happen over the few days. They still had the sport thing where the school had the sports. Issei basically didn't say anything. He just he just looked at his teacher and got his team. He actually managed to win because he used a lot more speed than the normal ordinary humans, and managed to get to his school. I managed to win the race and everything. No one could do this. Everyone was wondering, is Issei really this fast before he did this whole sudden change? But then it was the time where they were about to have where we will meet Zenobia and Gravia. No, wait, no, not Zenobia and Gravia. Well, they already met that. Zenobia, Irena and Zenobia. When they met them, Irena then said, "Well, I think we're here." When they made it there, Issei was already walking in. As Irena saw a white-haired kid wearing a white outfit going into to the school club room. When she went into the school club room, she said she and Zenobia went in with Issei. The T Issei then said that basically he is just a partner. He is not really a demon, and he won't tell them who he really is. So Issei, they were still wondering who Issei was. So then, Issei said. So then Issei and Deku. So then Issei and Deku. No, Issei and Deku. Issei and Irena and Zenobia went into the club room, and Issei just went into the roof and started meditating in the middle of the roof. So when Issei did that, when Issei did that, everyone was shocked. He's not human. Then Shinobi explained that they need Kiba's swords to finish the holy project, as Kiba still got mad as in the anime. But before Kiba could do anything stupid, Issei gave him two big slaps on the face. Issei gave him two big slaps on the face. The two big slaps on the face. The two big slaps on the face made him realize that Issei was no longer nice. When Issei said, you better think that if you better think one thing. You better not be thinking of running away. Because that's not their problem. They need to save the world from evil, so you better choose. Run away because you're a coward facing the past, or be brave and show the world that you're actually worth something. As Kiba just said, what the hell's wrong with you? So yeah, when Kiba just stayed quiet like I did, thinking, and he just gave the sword to Irena and Zenobia. So then Irena and Zenobia looked at Issei and said, why? Why? What the heck is this person thinking? But Irena kinda liked Issei, and she started to think, and she started to keep looking at Issei as Issei said, and yes, Irena, I know who you are. You're technically an old friend of mine. I remember you very well. You're basically no friend of mine. Remember Issei Yoda, the brown haired kid with basically a loser who perved a lot. When Irena heard that, she was like, "Oh, it's you." As Issei said, "Yeah, and I thought you were a girl, and I thought you were a boy." As Irena said, "No, yes, I was actually a girl." So then Issei smiled and said, "Well then, Irena, it was a pleasure speaking with you, but now I have to go to heaven. I have to speak with Michael. He wants to speak. Michael will technically kill me if I don't go over there." As Isuku smiled, no, not Isuku, as Issei smiled to her and went away. He was no longer there. He actually he actually now wanted to be there, so he disappeared. He used his teleporting ability and disappeared. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. So I'm going to be saying this for the last 15 minutes. I'm going to be saying to, can we at least get 5 comments and I'll drop the next part tomorrow. And one like. I'm asking for one. One like, and I'll drop the next part tomorrow early. Thank you guys for watching. This is Phantom Duels, and I really apologize to the certain someone if he comments in the comments below. Like on his comment for to help me apologize to the man.